Oh, hey! Hello, Pie Face! Oh my god, it's midnight on your side. It's actually just 8 p.m. on my time zone. And I usually start around 7:30 or yeah, 7:38 in my time zone. Oh my god. No, bro, you need to sleep, man. It's only Thursday. Oh my god. It's a different conversation if it's a Friday today, but it's Thursday, so there's still one more day of work before the weekends. I wonder have you been watching this. Well, that's fair. It's just going to be a relaxed stream. Just going to read through the event rerun stuff. It's okay, man. You can go sleep. Ooh. What time do you eat dinner? What the fuck? It's like you're saying that you just you eat dinner before 12. I mean, that's my first thought when you said that. Ah, finally I can stream. I wasn't able to stream the last 2 days because my internet connection's been shit. Actually, earlier it was still shit, and then apparently my uncle had something to do with it. Just speaking. Oh, I dinner for like 6 p.m. to 11. Ah, wait, it's too loud on my end. I usually eat around the time I get home. I get home. Grammar. That's like I usually get off work around 5, so it's either before 6 or around 6. That's when I eat dinner. And it depends on my mood. If I'm tired from work, maybe I'll start stream a little later, just like now. I actually started my stream late because I usually have my usual schedule is 7:30. That's the time I usually stream. And yeah, I'm actually kind of late. Oh, robot. I wonder what kind of robot I have. Actually, no, I don't need to because I already collected all the robots in this game. But I need to eat, man. I need my dinner. But to be fair, I don't really eat that much in dinner time because in my place it's rice is life. So whenever I eat lunch or dinner, there has to be rice to pair with my meals. But yeah, lately I've been not really fasting, more like I've been cutting on the rice, especially in the evenings. Like I do still eat a lot for lunch, but for dinner time, it's either just a little bit of rice or none at all. Oh no, shit! Ooh, I didn't use my I didn't use my refreshes. Name is the amount of life you have. Hey, no! That's just me. It's just being Asian. Especially a Southeast Asian. Like, I literally pair pasta with rice. It get it can't get any Asian like that. Like literal spaghetti with rice. Oh no, the Italians are coming to get me. Hey, it's pretty filling, you know. Now I remember this one artist in Twitter. She drew a character here in Arknights. Where there's this Asian character and there's this Italian inspired character in this game. One of the characters in two of the characters in this game. So one is an Asian inspired character and the other is an Italian inspired character. Specifically, oh shit. Oh no. Specifically this guy. Where is that guy? Go. Where is Mr. Italian guy? Italian. Yes, this guy. This Mr. Italian guy. So there's this Asian character and this guy, Vigil. So the Asian character was eating pizza with rice, and he could not believe it. And then I was like, "What? That's not a thing," because I also do that, especially when I'm saving money. There are times when I just buy pizza, and then I make that pizza last for a week, and then I just cook some rice every night. And then the pizza is literally my meal paired with my rice. Oh my god! Hey man! That's where you're incorrect. You can pair rice with anything. But that's just me, you know, especially with the days that I'm literally saving up money. I'm sorry, Tutsu. I'm very sorry, but I need my rice. I need my rice, man. It's just not my thing. Especially when I'm still not a fan of like eating pasta for lunch or dinner and that's it. There's no rice or there's no pairing. Maybe I can get behind like a bread. Yeah, that's fine. Like a tasty bread or a garlic bread with the pasta. Okay, sure, that's fine. That's the calories, sure. But just the just the just the pasta and then nothing else. I feel that it's lacking something. The pasta needs it needs rice. It's lacking just by itself. But that's just me, you know. Eat more cheese on your pasta. Hey man, doesn't spaghetti have cheese like mozzarella and stuff? Also, carbonara. It has a mozzarella shit. Mozzarella cheese. Mozzarella shit. No. I also like cheese. That's also one of the. That's also my favorite thing in Burger King. You know, Burger King, they have this 4-cheese Whopper, and whenever I feel like eating burgers in Burger King, I always order 4-cheese Whopper, or like the flame grilled thing with like a. It still has cheese, but yeah, I like cheese. Yeah, the grated Parmesan. Which Parmesan? You don't have Parmesan? I thought every grocery had that. 4-cheese Whopper. Oh, you don't have it? What the fuck? I thought that was a thing. Because it's also a thing in the US. So I thought that if it's a thing here and if it's a thing in the US, then maybe it's a thing globally. Yeah, man, it's just literally buns and like a meat patty, and then 4 layers of different kinds of cheese. Like, oh my god. When you tear the burger apart, like the cheese literally stretches in between. It's tasty, man. Very, very tasty. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be Philippines, but maybe there are other countries with a better governance than Philippines, because as much as I love this country, I also hate this fucking country because it has a lot of idiots voting for corrupt politicians, and that's why Philippines uh, never reclaimed the title of being the tiger of the Southeast Asia. Because I remember like in the 90s and in the 80s, like the US or something, the Western world used to call us the tiger or something. The tiger of the Southeast Asia because of our rapid development, rapid industrial development. And then along came corruption. Along came money laundering, and then there's this martial law that we experienced, and yeah, yeah, sure, you can go here for the beaches. I mean the beaches, the shores, the sea. Yeah, sure, that's a valid point, but I don't really recommend living here. What's for the other questions? 2015, and then they removed it from the menu. It's the accent, man. I'm so sorry for the accent. Bitches. Oh, I mean, beaches. Yeah, it's a prolonged consonant sound. Beaches. That's how you correctly pronounce that non-offensive word. Wait. Oh my god. Wait. There we go. So that's 8, 8, and 7. Okay. My OCD is kicking. I'm sorry. I need everything in the same uh number of thingies. Oh no, it's okay. No, we have to. We can. Chana! Yay! So it's 411, 411, 310. Okay. That's a very, very orderly way of distributing gold. Ooh. So Kierag, well, to be fair, we have Kiera. That's why we have a lot of Kierag forms. Maybe we can distribute this to my fellow players. There we go. What else? What else are we? What is this? Oh. Okay, so I guess no one's fatigued yet. Sure. Anyone I can rest? Oh wait! I can rest my favorite characters. My favorite ships. I have my rare ships in this game. My primary rare ship in this game is Phantom and Project Red. Yeah, it's these two. I didn't invent this ship. I only saw this from a Twitter artist, and then I actually fell in love with the ship. This Twitter artist would make comics, would draw comics about them, like gag comics, funny comics, and stuff. And yeah, I actually fell in love with the ship because it also just happens that I usually these are my go-to executor specialists. They're usually it's either both of them are in a thing, both of them are in a team, or like they're like interchangeable depending on what the map demands of me. Of the depending on what the stage demands of me. But I usually go for Project Red because I like her talent. I like her skill too. The stun. Him. I usually use him when I need his what do you call that? What do you call that? You know, he has a proxy like a clone. I use his clone when I need more than yeah. I need his clone when I need his clone. Yeah, and then I kind of like. And then that also, I also fell in love with the ship because it plays into my favorite trope in romance, which are like two introverts, and they're like literally two introverts, and then you literally can't find them on the ship unless they find you. And yeah, that's why I like their ship. Two introverts trying to figure out love with past trauma. Bonus past trauma with their past trauma that they have to resolve. Yeah, I could not draw anymore. I could not draw their ship, and I could not just draw in general anymore because I've been sucked into the workforce, and now I'm a corporate slave. And so I never had time. And even if I did have free time, I usually use that free time to rest. You know, to rest, to sleep because I'm tired from work. And if I'm not tired from work, maybe I use my free time to spend it with my friends, with my family, you know, my social connections. And as much as I love drawing, it's hard to get it into my schedule. Like yeah, I know a lot of gurus say that yeah, you can always find time to do what you love, but well, maybe it's just me, you know. It's for me it's just hard to find right now. It's hard to find a time to actually draw and actually finish something because I have a lot of sketches, but I never really got through to posting them because they're never finished. Yeah, welcome to the working force, bitch. I think about it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I never feel. Oh, I never really got to doing that. My three OC doctors. They also have this complicated lore behind them. That's why there's three of them. But you know what? It will change. You know, it will change. Something will happen. Maybe next month. I'm not gonna jinx it. but something's happening. Maybe when that thing happens, I can finally find the time to draw and actually read. Even though I'm a self-proclaimed bookworm, I still am. It's just that I couldn't really find time to read, and I can't really read when I commute because if I read when I commute on a jeepney, on a bus, on a tricycle, it's hard to read because of the dim lights, and also it's also discouraged to read while you're in a vehicle because it especially when the road is bumpy, and then the book will shake in your hands, and then your eyes will strain so much. So by the time you get to your destination, you already have a headache. So yeah, it's discouraged to read while riding a vehicle. Ano, sige saan? own initiative. Let's just say that. It's my own initiative. I don't jinx it. But yeah, it's my own initiative. It's rather than what you're implying, what you're saying. It's more like it's my own choice. You get it now, right? You get it? Yes, I'm not going to say it on stream because I'm afraid of my bosses and my coworkers seeing this and watching this. But yeah. You're right there. Anyways, here's also another of my rare pair ship. Now this one, now these two, actually, I don't know if I invented it, but I think I'm the only one who who ships them at the moment. Or maybe there are other people who ship these two. It's just they don't really draw them or write about them. But yeah. Are they going to sit there for years? Shh. Okay, shh, shh, shh. Anyways, where was I? Where was I? Let's change topic, shall we? But yeah, these are also not you, not logos, no. I mean these two, Istina and Gnosis. I actually started shipping them because they both have glasses. That's it actually. They both have glasses. Oh, and they're also both introverts. That's literally, and also I think they're both supporters. Yeah. So at first, I wanted to get Estina as much as possible. She was my priority rather than Gnosis. So when I never really got her from pooling, I got her from the gold certs. Yeah, I bought her from the gold certs. And also Gnosis, actually, I bought him from the gold certs. I never pulled for either of them. And yeah, I don't know. It just tickled my brain because he's a researcher and she also likes to research, and then for some reason my brain started making up scenarios of them being coincidentally in the same research lab. Then they started talking, and then what was it? The glasses, was it? Hey, I love my glasses. I love my glasses characters. That's why Sucrose is literally my mascot in my stream. Oh my god. I can just wonder how much. Oh, look at that. He's also reading a book. Did you see his idol? He reads a book. And turns out Istina is also a bookworm. Would you look at that? And Istina is not just any kind of bookworm. She likes mystery, kind of like a Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie kind of mystery. And he is the kind of scheming guy, especially if you've witnessed the Kirag storyline. Yeah. Actually, I never spent a dime in this game. Yes, the skins you see here, those are hard-earned Originium Primes from finishing stages. I never shield for this game. I never did. And also, there's also this one. I also have one other ship, but I don't really pay attention to it much. Oh no, he's working. Courier. Courier because he's my favorite Vanguard character. If you've noticed also in my previous streams, he never leaves my team. Courier, and also there's one more character. If you remember Cantabile. Yeah, Cantabile. Where's Cantabile? Ah, her! Yes, her. if there's one gacha game that I actually shield upon, it's it's Genshin. And that's the only game that I've spent money on. And it's not like I'm spending for those Genesis crystals thing. No. I always spend them on the BP pass. No, not BP pass, more like the monthly card. Yes, the monthly card. I always spend them on the monthly card. I never bought BP in Genshin, and I never bought Genesis crystals. I just spend Wilkin. And yes, believe it or not, I never shield for this game. Which is kind of unbelievable. It's very unbelievable because if you look at my rare characters, I have a lot of yeah. Yeah. And also the skins I own now. Really unbelievable about. Hey man, that's called research. That's called resource management. Yes, that's a term. Resource management. That's also why I'm overshoot all of us. Lore-wise, this is my favorite game, lore-wise. But if you're talking about a game where I can spend time just how should I say this? There, maybe it's too loud. But yeah. This is my favorite game lore-wise because it's really deep. But if you're talking about a game where I just open every day just to relax, it's Genshin. I do also very love Genshin's lore. But yeah. It's my comfort game, Genshin. Because you've seen the environment in Genshin, right? Like you can just run around and with all the how the environment was designed in Genshin. It's very pleasing to the eye, the color palette and stuff. It's just a really nice game to just run around. There especially I remember those times where I was depressed. And I would just open Genshin and not do the dailies. Not do anything. I just run around. I just run around Liyue. I just run around Mondstadt. Especially in Inazuma. Yeah, it's just it's especially when Fontaine when I finally got to play the game. When I finally returned to Genshin and then I opened Fontaine. Now that's my current go-to place to just relax, especially the background music in Fontaine. Oh my god, I can I cannot deny the I cannot deny the accusations of me being a glazer, a Fontaine glazer, because just how much I love the background music in that game. But yeah, and as much as I love as much as I love Arknights, I can't really relax in this game. First of all, because because of its gameplay, it's not exactly the game you would open up to relax. To relax your brain and just turn off your brain. Nope. But yeah, Arknights and Genshin, they're like they're literally vying for the #1 spot in my favorite gacha game. But anyways, let's continue with this, shall we? So we just finished ZT1, and then we'll go to ZT2 story. You turn on your brain for story, gameplay, and modding. Yeah, exactly. You can't really relax in this game because you need to turn it on. You need to think, to strategize and shit. I just want to relax. Yeah. Anyways, Overture, Sentinel. A piece inspired by the call signals of the Imperial Gendarmerie. Oh my god, I forgot the German terms in this game. Yeah, in this story. During their night patrols, the drum beat is steady and resolute, just like the sentry's unshakable march. Before. Let's continue on with the story. Once upon a time, there was a child who was imprisoned in an old, old tower. The script of his life had been written from the moment of his birth, like an opera. Every aria, every scene was meticulously planned, and all he could do was follow it. One day, the child realized that he was part of the show. It was all a masquerade. Love, hate, resentment. Everything around him was fake. Confused, frightened, and angry, he called the score fate and tried to resist it. At one point, he even thought he had succeeded in escaping from the stage. But he forgot that freedom granted by another can never be true freedom. When the threads of fate tightened again, there was nowhere for him to go except back on stage. But this time, he chose to fight. The show would go on. He would struggle for the benefit of the audience in the seats. Still, he thought he could at least glare back at them and scorn the fate that they had imposed upon him. But he often wonders, if he was still in the play, how can he tell where the stage ends and where the audience begins? And if all of us are part of a play like he is, how would we know when it truly ends? I'll try. Maybe. I'll read this time. I have enough energy for tonight. Child. Poor kid. Will you get out? Will you become a hero and defeat the bad guy? A hero. Sadly, not everyone can be a hero. Given enough time, some heroes stop being heroes and even become villains. That's not the kind of story I want to hear. Alright. Let's start from even earlier in the story then. That way we won't get to the ending you don't want to hear today. 9! Ha! 9! 9! Hurry up already! You guys like playing at Forest Park, don't you? Did you know that it wasn't actually built to commemorate the heroes who died resisting the Witch King? Gustav Park was built to commemorate the deeds of a great ruler. And in his story, he was a hero too. I'm guessing she was talking about the Witch King. Oh, Evan Holes! Why are the sewers? Why is he in the sewers? Alright, he's being chased. I just landed the mic for child voice here. Yeah, I'm Is it too loud? I'm not really yelling, but the child voice is too loud? I'm not really yelling. It's just I just tightened my voice. Yes, 3.5. Is that enough? Yes. I think that's enough. Hey! Ah, yes. I think that's fine, I guess. It doesn't peak anymore in OBS, but I don't know in the stream. Run, Evan Holes, run! So that's how it is. It isn't my old friends. I knew it didn't make any sense for their majesties to go through the trouble of bringing me back and sparing my life for a few days, only to send assassins. You're the key to the plan, Graf Urtica. It's speaking a bit, but okay. Yeah, I lowered the mic volume in OBS. Yes, we've all heard this one before. Have you learned nothing from what happened with Gertrude? All that effort, and not even the rules of a concert hall to show for it. What do you want from me this time? To blow up the park above us? Grafin Strollo's failure was born of ignorance. She and the original experimenters were nothing but useless rabble. They knew His Majesty's melody, but not how to play it properly, and foolishly sought to use it as a weapon to spread the calamity of Originium. Such uncouth violence is an affront to art. Even if he had awakened from it, he would have sentenced them to death for their blasphemy. Ha, of course. So you're saying that Gertrude was a fraud? But you're the real deal? Then what? Need me to appeal to their majesties to bestow you a medal proving your commitment to the arts? We seek only your understanding. You are His Majesty's heir, the symbol of his glory, the manifestation of his flesh and blood, the continuation of his melody. We believe that you will bring glory back to Urtica and to Leitanian. Then do it. Take back his glory, his flesh and blood, his melody. I wonder though, without those, what will be left of the individual known as Ebenholz? Perhaps it is our infection, or perhaps the result of Rose Island's training. You've certainly become stronger, and yet, you show not even a sliver of His Majesty's strength. Damn! Calling up Ebenholz as weak, even though he can one-shot bosses. I must go. What? Freeze. Freeze. Oh my god! My voice is cracking. What are you doing here? Take another step and I'll have you arrested. But I haven't... You haven't formally joined the lunatic... You haven't formally joined those lunatic yet? You haven't formally joined those lunatics yet? Oh my god. My tongue. Good for you. They're no lunatics. Maybe you see His Majesty's reign as one of terror, but all he did was punish the nobles who stood in the way of progress. Why am I not allowed to miss him? Why can't I long for a Leitanian where someone like me could become somebody? Because I know that era better than you do. Listen, young. When I first came to Leitanian, I accidentally stepped on a poster on the ground. Every other person on the street was probably a spy. I was a trader from Laterana at the time. They planned to execute me as a subversive foreign element. You could have contacted the Notarial Hall or the 7th Tribunal. Certainly, Reverend Executor. Just like you could have broken into the most heavily guarded arts jail on your own and rescued me. But like most sancta, your wings are ornamental, not functional. Leitanian is more than a stone's throw from Laterano. That even you could have helped a Liberi. He's a Liberi, so that's why I was thinking, where he's... What race is he supposed to be? Is this some kind of Aegir or something? But, oh! Yeah, I can see it now. He's a bird. Not even you could help a Liberi who was scheduled to be executed the very next day. But you survived, and became Leitanian. Because someone saved my life. A limping old Liberi. A soldier who killed a few Gauls in his time. He later joined the Gendarmerie. Essentially the Witch King's secret police at the time. He took pity on me and got me out. I'm told the executioner got a fancy new cigarette case for his trouble. Only a few days later, the Witch King executed another batch of dissidents. Right here in this park. You may look up from the crowd. Can you guess whose face I saw among the twisted statues? Are you scared? You should be. Go home, young. And don't ever get involved in these things again. You know, this kinda reminds me of the current Philippines right now. Because, there are a lot of young people who idolize what happened in... Not really idolize, but more like they see it in a positive light. When martial law happened in Philippines, a nationwide martial law happened in this country, and my family was my family got like the shorter end of the stick. So I didn't really understand when a lot of young ones lately are saying that the Philippines was at its highest when it was during martial law. A lot of shit happened in that time, and I couldn't understand those children who like that part of this country's history. Anyways, that's just me because I guess my family was affected negative. My family was affected negatively by that during that part of this country's history. But yeah, it's what's happening here in this storyline. It reminds me of that. Like I'm Loris. I'm not really Loris. I wasn't born yet when martial law happened, but my my parents, my parents, my mother and her siblings were like teenagers at the time when that happened, and they don't have a lot of, let's just say they don't have good stories during that time. They didn't have good experiences during that time. So yeah, we should go to Reverend Executor. You've also detected the use of arts. Someone is fighting. I'll let those Empress boys know. Let them worry about it. We'll miss our chance to apprehend the criminal. When will you understand? I don't want that chance. If I strolled into that park, I'd find a group of masked people calling themselves the Echoes of Herkomshorn. And their majesties would certainly expect me to draw my weapon and arrest or kill them. But do you know whose faces I'd see when I remove their masks? Perhaps the heir of a graph or a sign of a Kurfürst. As for me, if I'm lucky enough to survive, I'd be sent straight back to jail. This battle in the park, ha! It'd go down as nothing more than a little brawl over some private grudge. Just like Jan's sister, Yulia. I tried to catch the last bastard to see her, but couldn't touch a hair on his head because of his father's title, his family, and the Kaiserinen's intervention. An enforcer of the law should act only in accordance with the law, not his own interest. Since when has the law cared about a man's life or death? The law allows you to leave a last will and testament. If you are killed in battle, I will see it executed to the letter. You have one twisted sense of humor. That reminds me. When I joined the uprising against the Witch King and attacked the Spire, I truly believed that I'd leave something behind, even in death. But look at me now, an alcoholic who spends his days taking bribes and bowing to high nobles. You're absolutely right. I'm not fit to enforce the law. I bet the old man who saved me is rolling in his grave. The events of the past should not cloud your judgment of the present. You could not save that girl you named Yulia, but you saved her brother, and you have the chance to save someone else. I envy you, Reverend Executor. Back when I left Laterano, I thought the Sancta were hard to understand. Now I realize there's no one simpler. But are the laws of Laterano always correct? I have in fact encountered a case like the one you mentioned. What? The case I am pursuing right now is very special to me. Yeah, because Arturia is literally your cousin. Her actions have seriously threatened the order of Laterano. The outcome is clearly wrong, that she has continued to escape the law's judgment. Do you ever feel doubt then? Disappointment? In my experience, disappointment is born from having previously held strong Excuse me. In my experience, disappointment is born from having previously held strong positive feelings towards something you should never had. You're different from the other Sancta, no? You've never loved a Tyranno, have you? I do not believe such sentiments to be necessary to perform my duties. Maybe you're right. Or maybe, when you're finally forced to doubt yourself and find yourself wavering, lost, like me, you realize that you need a strength, a reason. And that's when you discover that the law differs, that the law offers no guidance. Damn! These lines are so deep! I hear shallow. The target is just ahead. If you refuse to follow, I will proceed to the suspect's location and complete the mission myself. Go. I would prepare to have the cooperation of the gendarmerie. Not my problem. I need to head back and hand over my resignation to the city council. Don't worry. I pass the documents you gave me along to my successor before I leave Zwillingstürme. I do not believe that the former hero is dead, Loris Borden. Oh? After all, you're standing right in front of me. Accurately determining a person's life or death is part of my job. Seriously? The target isn't here. It's Shallow Tune. Shallow Tune! Shallow. You see the sculptures playing water. The arts have been modified to reproduce her performance. Wah! Hey, dude! Don't just point your gun to a child! Why are you pointing at... Why are you pointing... Why are you pointing that at me, Sancta? Have you lost your mind? Marigold Alley. Forest Park. You'll be at the scene of every accident. Of every incident. Your behavior is abnormal for a Letanian your age. The evidence provides plenty of reason to suspect you. And that's why you're pointing a gun at me? It ever occurred to you that I could be on your side? When dealing with someone attempting to hide their identity, detention followed by interrogation is the most efficient option. Even less flexible than a statue tuned by the worst caster! I was wondering who this chap was for. Any Italian child of the street could have told you this wasn't a live performance. Was speechless. Whoever said it, whoever said it must know you well. She knew you'd come after a sound of shallow, like a hungry tusk beast pouncing on a piece of meat, ignoring everything else, giving her opening to approach her real target. Loris Borden. Spineless Gendarmerie Commander, why bring him up? Your assessment is correct. Arturia lured me away. It's Loris Borden she wants. Oh no! Don't touch him! No, he just wants to retire and have a good life. Tim? It's me. Is Jan back yet? Okay, good. Tell him I'm very sorry about his sister. About Julia. I'm leaving Litanian soon. The leads I've collected over the years are in my house in Bodenshof. The key's in the wallet I gave you. Give it to Jan. Hopefully, someone will take over the case after I'm gone. I've been pursuing it for so long now. Couldn't get a result. Maybe someone else can. There's a bigger commotion than the previous ones. Beam? I'm near Forest Park. There's a situation here. Get a team over. No. One team might not be enough. Get everyone you can. Yeah, it's probably those masked shuriken. Maybe they set fire under the asses of a pack of gloom pincers in order to blow up the sewers. Let's just hope no lucky bastard gets caught up in the mess. Music? Who's there? Ah, Sancta? Reverend Escalator, is that you? The events of the past should not cloud your judgments of the judgment of the present. You could not save that girl named Yulia, but you saved her brother, and you have the chance to save someone else. An illusion. No, just a memory. Oh, Bim. No, it's nothing. There's only me here. It's just that I was reminded of something. Yeah, the bastards are right here. The bastards are right below me. I'll leave a beacon here. Yeah, I know, it's dangerous. I'll keep my distance. Run away with your tail between your legs, Mainherr. Whatever courage you once had is ancient history. The first soldier to set foot in the Witch King's spire. You really think you're still that same hero? Get out of my head, you asshole. No, I wasn't talking to you, Pim. Time to move. I'm gonna hang up. I know better than anyone else that I'm a coward. I'm gonna find out how Yulia died. Couldn't even take revenge for her. Yulia. What would you say if you saw me now? We're always so warm and gentle. If you wouldn't let your disappointment show. Don't hang your head, young. Hey there, old man. Now it's your turn to pop out. Now it's your turn to pop out of my memories, huh? Oh, it's his dad. You're not too quick on the uptake, but you've got guts. Not many could look a picture of the Witch King in the eye, let alone step on it. I was just an unlucky bastard who happened to walk by. Was it really worth losing your life over someone like me? Don't feel like you owe me anything. Did you really think I was going to die in bed after working for the Witch King for so many years? Alone, you just letting you go just helped me sleep at night for once. For the last few days of my life. Same goes for you, young. Feel guilty, then try saving a few more lives before you go. The bear leaps away and disappears into the shadow beneath the sun. It's a long one. It's a long one. Like the one the spire cast all those years ago. Many lives faded into those shadows, with not a single soul to gaze upon them. That's how things were. That's how they still are. The shallow music fades away. Only the tremors beneath his feet remain. He knows they are sounds of innocent souls struggling for life. He could stay put. He could leave Leitanian like he left Laterano. All he needed to do is turn around and leave, like he's done for decades now. So much easier than leading the charge, no? I'm tired, old man. I want to live. Not just that, but to drink freshly brewed beer every day. To listen to jazz with Pim and the boys after work. And to take a trip to Sammy next summer. I couldn't die a hero like you did. But why? Why am I disappointed? Fight for your life, Ebon Holes! You're tired, young Graf! Orpurty eats away at you. If you continue to use your arts, only death awaits. And? Are you afraid of that? I fear only what we must do to stop you. Head hurts! We do not wish to harm you. But the concertmaster says that the melody within you is more valuable than your mind. We will put you to sleep for a while, if need be. You want to wipe my mind? I won't let. Ah! Who's there? Darn! A Liberi. And again, Darnberry uniform? Just one. Trying to be a hero, are you? Go. My men are on their way. He hears a stranger say to me. Danke. That's thank you in German. Don't let me get away! Emenholz knows he will not get another chance. Blood drips down from a corner of his mouth. His head is splitting. The battle behind him continues. He waits to see the face of his hero, but the tiny silhouette is quickly engulfed in light from arcs and explosions. All he can do is run. He keeps running. He knows not where his path leads, nor the effort it will take to escape his predestined end. Live, Ebenholz! Live! After. Don't your eyes get tired staring at a book for so long? I'm used to it. In my tournament days, my schedule was always packed. And for myself, time to myself was precious. So I often spent time. So I often spent entire evenings. So I often spent entire nights reading. Don't feel pressured. We've only just returned to Relatanian. Even in Casimiets, I never forgot where my home was. Over there, they called me the Knight from Leitanian. My Leitanian guests often discuss poetry and music from home with me, and praise me for being a paragon of the light of Leitanian elegance. They're not wrong. At this point, I spent most of my life away from this country. Leitanian, in other language, and the books I've read. How much do I truly know about this land? Is there a pointed dome above my head? What's the color of the tip? White, adorned with orange. It's my favorite flower shop. I can smell the flowers. I won't know if they painted it in a different color. Envy you. You have a brand new chance to appreciate the city, this country. Unlike me, who's never had the opportunity to see Zwillingstürme with my own eyes. Your eyes. My sight died with the Witch King 23 years ago. It's the last time I saw the city. Unlike me, you have a chance to see the beauty of the present and a future that should be better. Hello? This is Jost. What did you say? Sorry, I heard you. I just couldn't believe what I heard. Who is it? The Gendarmerie, who was a Candlelight fan. I asked him to follow up on the art gallery incident. Neither of us thought it would be a simple case. But what I didn't expect was... Loris Bordon. Oh no! No! Hindi! That's fair. He was alone. Confirmed dead. Cause of death is Originium Arts trauma. God. From at least 5 different sources. Direct cause of death is believed to be the suffocation caused by the rib cage penetrating the lungs. The next step is to destroy the statue and retrieve the body. The statue is believed to have been created by an extremely rare form of matter reconstruction arts, and appears to be highly resistant to damage. Wait up! You're too fast! What the hell are you doing? Loris Bordan was a citizen of Luterano. Notarial Hall regulations dictate that I examine his body to ascertain whether he left behind an executable will. So you'll shoot the whole crime scene to pieces? I'm quite accurate. My calculations indicate only a 27% chance that destroying the statue without damaging the body will cause a collapse. You can't. Explain. First of all, the gendarmerie has the area surrounded. They heard the gunshots and will be here in 3 minutes. When they do, they'll see you, a Sancta, pointing a gun at the mutilated body of their commander. I'll be quick. I said, first of all! More importantly, there's no way you can retrieve Bourdain's body intact. His flesh is a part of the statue now. They're completely inseparable. Not even with your arts. You didn't seriously think a kid like me could undo a Witch King's arts, did you? Over here! It took them less than 2 minutes. You should have mentioned your second print first. If there is excessive difficulty in completing the objective, then I will delay the retrieval of Loris Bourdain's body. My bad. I think there could possibly be anyone harder to communicate with than her. Put down your weapon! Turn around! We're surrounded. I'll count to 10, then we make a run for it. Your name. Name? Micha. Micha Wolf. Wait. Now's not the time for introduction, is it? You're attempting to persuade me to violate the laws of Leitanian. I must reassess the logic of continuing to work with you. We share a common goal. I want to find Arturio too. Is that enough? Very well. But this is an international matter. His Holiness would bump into... The culprit won't wait for the diplomatic process to finish. What is the count at now? 10. Let's just say 10. Go! Frodrost! What's the situation, Pim? The suspects fled the scene. A small lupo with unusual arts and a gun-wielding Sancta. Must be the same one who broke into the art gallery. Sancta? And a lupo? Is that the crime scene? I would advise heading to the sewers, my dam. It's not a sight for the faint of heart. Herr Bourdain's footprints stretched from the entrance into this area. The scene of Originium arts. There was a big fight here. A statue in the shape of Witch King's twisted horns. Not at all how the books describe them. Wait, is that Herr Bourdain's face? In the middle of the statue? How could they be so cruel? Yan! That's Yan! Who's there? I know you're there. Show yourself. Don't worry, I'm neither gendarmerie nor the secret police. I'm just mourning for Herr Bourdain. Like you. Do you know him? Only in passing. When I first met, he reminded me of many people I've worked with in Casimir's. People who once dreamt big dreams with a burning passion. It's a rare soul that never wavers. Always shining bright like a lighthouse. Most are like Herr Bourdain, or myself. Which makes me all the more curious. What made him decide to face such a dangerous foe by himself? And why him? Why kill such an ordinary man? One already resigned to his own mediocrity. But it wasn't an ordinary man! It was a hero! He came here to save lives! Do you need a handkerchief? I'm, I'm sorry. I was so stupid. I'm the one who got him killed. You told me to run, so I ran. But I should have known they wouldn't let him live. Who exactly are they? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure myself. All I know is that they all wear masks and call themselves the echoes of Herkomsham. The name of the Witch King. I read that his followers believe that choosing his name grants them his wisdom and insight, even after his death. It's not just a legend! Didn't you see the statue they made of Laura's flesh? They're punishing traitors in his name! They said that the soul of the traitor will lead them to to the lost Genesis horde. The statue in the park comes alive. It stands up, swinging its stone instrument like an executioner's axe, bringing it down on the people below. Look out! That was close. That was close. Did something crush the statue? It's so dark. It's nothing. Just never speak of that name to anyone ever again. Could the legends be really true? Is it true that His Majesty isn't really dead? And that we still live under his gaze? Try to forget everything you saw and heard these past few days, other than her Borden's sacrifice. As an Emperor's voice, I promise that his death will not fade into silence. Follow the light. My candle will protect you. The lost Genesis horn? I've heard rumors. Before he jumped from his pyre following his liege's death, the Witch King's concertmaster claimed that that the Genesis horn still stands somewhere in this land. At first, their majesties believed this to refer to the spire of the Witch King. But that spire has long since been toppled. Indeed, the majesties destroyed every brick and tile that could have contained the Witch King's arts, and recombined them to form the bones and blood of the Twin Empress's spires. The remnants believe that the spire still exists then? Or maybe it's not a spire at all. In Litanian, a spire is simply a symbol of one's prowess in arts. Your theory is correct. Then some kind of ritual behind these deaths. There's some kind of ritual behind these deaths. And they must be looking for the final secret of the Witch King left in this realm. Death of the Witch King. The theme of Frau Siemens' final painting. The Witch King's remnants do not pick their victims at random. Perhaps the secret they're looking for has something to do with their painting. Their Majesty's casters have examined all the artwork in the museum and found nothing of note. Perhaps she left other clues in the creation process. Frau Lowenstein, please proceed to Frau Siemens' residence. I'll meet you there. I think the Witch King's, I think the Herkomshorn you're talking about is Ebenholz? Because Ebenholz has a remnant of the Witch King inside him. You're going to walk the streets just like that. Don't you know the gendarmerie are looking for you? It's more efficient to find Arturia before they catch up. You don't even care how big of a mess you make, do you? You just don't leave the cleanup to me. You said we share the same common goal. I suppose. And you said that Arturia lured you away to target that officer. Why? Why give him a chance to fight back if she wanted him dead? Is murder not enough for her? Does she enjoy watching people die in pain? No, she takes no joy in hurting others. Are you sure about that? Just hanging out with the Witch King's remnants. How would you expect her to have basic morals? Define morals. Fair enough! Define morals. That's fair. Huh? If morals are a set of behavioral rules that ensure social order, then yes, Arturia is certainly a dangerous criminal with no regard for morality. However, they represent the impetus and capacity to understand and respect the emotions and experiences of another. Then I have never met an individual with more morals than her. Get to the point. Arturia did not intend to kill Loris Borden. That statue was an affront to life. She would have deemed it unbearably ugly. What's with the commotion this time? All those ignorant peasants come to cause trouble again? Why would they give the gendarmerie so many favors if they can't even do their jobs? Get me on the line with Bordan. What did you say? Bordan's dead? I knew the gendarmerie were trash! This fellow. Not too bad. It sounds just like the one from a few days ago. No doubt this culturally rich alley has drawn the attention of a famous musician. Wings and a halo. My goodness, it's a Sancta from Laterano. I dread for the future of our dear late Tanyan. This piece is dedicated to the return of the hero, Lars Bordan. The tune of the cello echoes through the alley. The moment the hero of days passed, rediscovered his courage, his repressed love and hatred, regret and determination, hope and despair, are all revealed by its melody. It is a sound of mourning, of remembrance, of praise. The life that should have faded is brought back, more brilliant than ever, brighter than the morning sun, brighter than the blooming flowers. Hmm. Frau Siemens' belongings must have been sorted and laid out upstairs. Frau Lowenstein? Are you crying? I think I'm seeing memories. Are the marigolds in the alley blooming? Yes, this was her favorite season. She used to lean by the window, painting passers-by. Wait, let me just, I really like this moral thing this moral speech that Federico gave. I'm gonna just, cut it out. Screenshot! Thank you. Yes, I remember. I loved her paintings. My memories of them have never faded in color. Those golden days, when we all lived with hope for the future. But before you know it, it's all in the past. Take me to Frida's room, Anna. Hello. You're back, Frau Drost. Of all the nobles we've met, I've never known a more avid reader. I would like to access the library in the top floor. Top floor? The forbidden section. I need to review the records of the forbidden research conducted by the Witch King's remnants in recent years. That might be an issue. I can get Her Majesty's permission immediately if necessary. There's no need for that. Naturally, the forbidden section is open to an Empress's voice. However, I'm afraid that all the documents were moved this morning. May I ask who did it? A Spirecaster, on Her Majesty's orders, as far as I know. But it was Her Majesty who gave me her blessing to come here. As you well know, there is more than one woman who bears that title. I hope you're ready. I won't tolerate any more interruptions to the plan. Almost there. I just need these experiment notes. You Latanians have such awful hobbies. It's such a bother trying to sift something useful from all the chaff. Gertrude Strollo was simply a convenient woman to set up to take the fall. Her talents were mediocre. Did you involve every noble in this? Even the ones who had secret dealings with the Victorian dukes last time. Everyone I could find. A familiar tone. No wonder they fear you so much, Your Majesty. Do you know what they call you behind doors? The next Witch King. I have to say, your similar taste in wardrobe does you no favors either. I've never denied what Hercomshore's intelligence, skill, and strength meant to Litanian. In fact, it's exactly what we need right now. The the Kurfürsten wouldn't like that sound. Wouldn't like the sound of it at all. It's not the title Witch King that that they fear. What they fear is Liselot, and I walking Hercomshore's old path and encroaching on their power and interests. You remind me of old Leopold. When the two of you were born, he asked me what the life expectancy of children born from eldritch arts was. And your answer? I say, I cannot give you a precise answer, Your Excellency. The Goscherzog. Goscherzog. Oh my god. Groscherzog. But I'm sure they'll outlive you. I doubt he was happy to hear that. Was I wrong? He wanted to see the fall of Hercomshore, but forgot to take his own age into account. Leopold participated in the Battle of the Four Emperors and led the revolution that overthrew the Witch King. He was undoubtedly a hero of Britannian. Heroes can be greedy too. Greed can be forgiven as long as they stand for a unified Britannian. Otherwise, the greedy must be parted from their positions, or their heads from their necks. Ruling with an iron fist, I see. But what did the Ewigagnad think about that? But what does Ewigagnad think about that? Isolde does not approve of my methods. She whispers in my ear that such radical measures only create more opposition. She thinks herself a gentle mother. Your words will sting her. Gemacht, my harsh Kaiserin. It is so unsettling to see such sentimentality in your face. Isolde truly loves Italian and its people. As such, she is destined to stand in my way. Good. Now there's a dark, brooding look on that. Now there's a dark, brooding look I know and love. Did you want to convince me that you'll be able to see it through when the time comes? Many scholars believe that those born from arts, like us, are born with our soul. They say the same of you. They believe we are one of the same kind. Oh? For our lack of souls or for our cruelty? Hmm. Help me one more time, Ramont. You must find the Witch King's legacy. Distinct voice. Someone calling to me. Was it you? Or is the one who saved my life? Dead. Dead. I can't get my voice any lower than that. Dead. I'm sorry. Once again, I've let the courage of another go to waste. Water. Poured water in my face. Drink. You just poured butter in his face. Now you say drink. What? You're mistaking if you think I'll simply cooperate. If you won't drink, I have to take on other. If you don't drink, I have to take other measures. Is this medicine? Or some novel form of torture, executioner? Dying is easy, especially for a frail, infected noble. But you have only one chance to do it. Before you die, think carefully about how you really want to make your certain call. Okay, for the next following cutscenes, I'm not going to talk anymore. And I also need to refill my tumbler. Oh shit. So let me just refill this a bit for a while. Excuse me. Should I put some kind of a yeah? I think I should put some kind of a text. Text. Great new. Great. What's this called? I oh wait, I don't remember the name of this. Yes, Rim Kupicum. On a short break. That's so large! Why is the text so large? Can I like on a short break. There we go. Maybe it's too big. Yes, on a short break. Okay. I will just refill my tumbler real quick. And we'll continue on with the cutscenes. With the story. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Oh no, before anything else, let's do this first. I followed him through the campus. The only thing that he told me along the way was his name is Sussing. He stood in a stark contrast to his fears, who had been rather excitable and hot-headed as of late. We went into a room in one of the spires. I had a fruitless day at Ludwig's Universitat. By dusk, as I was ready to call in a day, as I was ready to call it a day, when a stern-looking youth approached me and claimed to be the one I was looking for. I decided to talk to him. Can you describe what you saw at the incident? I didn't observe the attack. I arrived at scene almost at the same time as a secret agent. We both saw the same thing, so there's nothing new that I can tell you. I was a step too late. Things unfolded quicker than I imagined. Okay. He blinked, wiping away a subtle hint of unusual expression. He said things unfolded quicker than he expected. Was he expecting the noise to appear again at the concert? Sorry, but there's something bothering me. I'm just going to be straight with you. How did you know where the culprit who made the noise was? It's hard to believe that you're just an ordinary student. Noise? I see, so you don't understand its true nature. That sound has its own internal logic, and there seems to be a message within its music. The sound has frequently appeared whenever people were gathered. I'm focused on the meaning behind it. Also, I never said I was a student. I'm just studying with a professor here. Internal logic? I did not have any recordings with which I could verify that statement, but it would be a crucial lead if it's true. But he had just mentioned the item that he removed from the scene. I had to act with care and work out his intentions before prying any further. Continue questioning. Thank you. This has been really helpful. Is there anything else you haven't told me about the crime scene? This is what you're looking for: an intricate musical arts device with Orgenium circuits that greatly magnified the volume of the users playing, allowing the sound to travel further. Yes, it's a key piece of evidence that cannot be allowed to fall to the wrong hands, especially not that secret agents. The subject was frustrated that he did not arrive at the scene of the The subject was frustrated that he did not arrive at the scene on time. He removed the victim's arts device from the scene in order to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. Recreate his emotions with the proper music of the heart. Perhaps regret and worldly desire is appropriate. Remorse. Oh, that's right. The music of the heart sounds, resonating with the heartstrings of the subject and bringing back memories. The melody reveals that you blame yourself for not arriving on time to save the victim. Trust me, I understand that I don't want something like this to happen again. I must discover the truth. Very well, you can take the device, but I recommend staying out of this case once you've discovered the truth you're looking for. And don't play that trick on me again. It makes my head hurt. I left no more and showed me out. I left Ludwig's Universitat and began to investigate the evidence I obtained from him. Investigation complete! Visegraf Hitton, editor Zwillingstürme Kunst, is an avid lover of the arts. He gazed at me calmly, as though he had been waiting my questions. The emblem pinned to his chest indicates his noble identity. Is it avid love? I forgot that this momentarily thoughts had a quick thing. A quick burst of text before it actually changes. Okay. Where was I? Is an avid lover of the arts and styles himself as an authority on them. He was witnessed at the concert scene, separating himself from the crowd while covering his face when the noise occurred. Let's cut straight to the chase, Visegraf. Did you notice anything unusual at the scene of the concert? I'm afraid I can't be of any help. I didn't notice anything usual. unusual. Okay, so you're well versed in the arts. What are your thoughts on the fantasy Den Herren Winter performed at the concert? It was a masterpiece. A beautiful, poignant melodies, subtle material, like the first note of Edenher. We should have heard it live. There was a dreamy look on his face when he talked about music. Perhaps the piece would offer a way to get the information needed. Okay, so I'm sure you remember the depiction of Pearl in the third movement. What do you think of it? Oh, Pearl! How could I forget about her? At the peak of her struggle against fate, when she decided to leave her family spire to go into the falling snow outside. It was a scene to bring tears into your eyes, if not for that noise. Oh wait! Oh wait! I think I've already done this. At the time of the incident, the subject was moved to tears by the music to create his emotions with the proper music of the heart. Perhaps the desire of a wisdom is suitable given the sorrows. Yes, that indignation, grief, more remorse. Yep. The melody reveals that you were deeply moved by music, but chose to move away from the crowd when the noise began. Do you recall it now? I should have been sitting there in tears, streaming down my face, and then the performance was disrupted, and people started looking around them. No, I cannot allow them to see me cry, and as the editor of Zwillingstürme no useful information was garnered from Visigraph done after he fell into self-admiration. And his line of investigation was closed. Oh, another one. Oh shit, we need to read these! Okay, wait lang. God. What was I doing? He was sitting by the flower bed, fastening straps around his sword layer by layer, with a serene expression on his face, as if he was waiting for me to speak. Oh, wait, I need to refill my tissues. Okay, so where was I? The investigation into the evidence has produced results. The arts device in question was a modified pocket flute characteristic to the region, able to emit a number of harsh sounds at a constant pitch. Its base is only popular in a small area in Stormland. This was already enough to confirm that the victim was connected to Stormland. But following the discovery came an even greater shock. I had to return to Ludwig's Universitat once more to look for nothing. Within days, there have been as many as 7 murders across the city. The victims all related to the crazed Stormland. The crimes were almost all near the concert, where the incident occurred. We're familiar with the situation. Listen, I have to stop the murderer from striking again. Please tell me whatever you know. I can't reveal anything more to you. Those things don't interest me anymore. Go back. After saying this, he forcefully tightens the bindings in his hands. Okay, Mr. Emo. Why? You clearly don't want to see anyone harmed because of this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have reacted the way you did back then. What caused the change of heart? You simply read me wrong. There are too many beneath the spires that cannot save themselves, and I have no obligation to keep each and every one of them safe. Also, my old man back home doesn't like it when I get involved in these things. I need to consider his feelings. However, there is an envoy who's been quite active recently. He's been keeping a close eye on every move in the city for his master. So surely he's noticed something. suddenly sets down the straps in his hands and lifts his head to look at me. A certain glimmer of light shines in the in the depths of his clear blue eyes, and it suddenly occurs to me that he might be hinting at something. Continue questioning. May I ask where you met him, and what were you doing at the time? Yesterday in Joseph Gartenshof. I was running some errands for my old man, fetching a few borrowed books from the spire, ran into some trouble, but took care of it pretty quick. When meeting the envoy, the subject was retrieving books from the Joseph Gartenshof. I ran into some trouble. Maybe annoyance? Oh, I was right! Okay! Nice. Annoyance, desire for worldly things. Because he was disrupted. Matched. Yes, the melody shows everything you've said is true. Thank you. No problem. It's been clear to me that since the last time we met that you've chosen to take on responsibilities you had no obligation to. Now that you've made your decision, it's time to follow through, and that's by no means meaningless. In his open heart, I see the envoy's figure. I immediately rush over to Joseph Gartenshof without even saying goodbye. Oh, it's him! What's his name? Misha! Wolf! I waited and walked up to him when he stepped out of the garden, belonging to a certain count. As though he was expecting this, he lightly bowed before and proposed we work together before I could say anything. Lessing hinted to me that there is an envoy of special status related to this case. Given that I cannot ascertain who exactly is he working for, there is significant risk in hastily making contact with him. But I had no other choice. Indeed, I was able to find him under the spire of Joseph Gartenshof. What truly surprised me though was that I found a short boy there. Oh, you didn't need to say his, didn't have to mention his height. Work together. I'm sorry. Let me confirm this. Did you just suggest that we work together? I'm used to how wary people in your line of work are of just about everything. But with all the ruckus in the city, it's hard to look the other way. I can't let these trifling matters give my master any problems. In that sense, you and I share a common goal. I have information that you want, and you should have gotten some clues from that guy in Ludwig's Universitat. The two of us working together will be mutually beneficial and help keep you from catching unwanted attention. The boy named Micha was well-spoken and had a very calm tone. Given the urgency, I couldn't refuse his offer. I agreed to cooperate, and we went to a cafe to talk. Continue questioning. That's the situation. Tell me all the leads you have. Also, if you personally got your hands on any of them, I want to hear about the situation at the time too. I might be able to find some other clues from that. Resorting to your usual MO already? Fine. Then, to start, tell me what you'd like to know the most. It was the remnants of the Witch King that attacked the concert. I don't know why I got this information myself. I was investigating a remnant stronghold. Hold on, you could only see the scene itself back then, right? Are you sure you didn't see anything else? Like, he knocked over his cup by accident. A few drops of coffee landed on his hand. For a brief moment, a childlike panic could be seen in his eyes. Then he calmly took out the handkerchief and wiped his hand clean. Oh, he's just a boy. I'm not good enough to be able to peek into the minds of others, I can assure you of that. Please go on. What did you see? I thought it was an abandoned stronghold, but after I went inside to go through the items that were left behind, a few remnant members suddenly came in. Hid behind a pile of junk, the closest member of the group was only a few centimeters away, so I was able to make out part of their conversation. They had just returned from the concert in Bodenschaft and taken care of the noise inside the remnant stronghold. To gather information, the subject concealed himself and risked being discovered by the remnants, obtaining valuable information as a result. Fear? Sounds more like fear. Doesn't sound joy. It's most likely fear because he risked being discovered by the remnants. Concern. Desire for wisdom? Yellow, blue, green. Yellow, blue, green. Okay then. No? Doesn't sound exasperation. It's not sorrow, it's not anger too. Vigilance! Maybe it's vigilance. Yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue. Oh, no? Is it awe? No, it's not awe. Exasperation, terror. Maybe terror. No. Wait, let me just, I don't remember what timorousness means. Timorousness. What does it mean, please? Easily frightened. No, he's not really frightened. It's definitely desire for wisdom. No. Apprehension, wait. Apprehension. Maybe it's apprehension. Blue, blue. Blue, blue, green. And desire for wisdom. Nervousness. Where is nervousness? Fearlessness. Joy! Well, to be fair, yeah, because he obtained valuable information, so he must be happy. Yeah, you're right. What's this? Yellow, yellow, green. Wisdom. Okay. That took a lot more tries, I guess. Good thing I have a lot of tunes in hand. Resonating with the heartstrings of the subject and bringing back memories. Matched! As the melody reveals, the situation at the time must have been pretty intense. So naturally, you must have missed a few details. Do you remember anything else? I have to say, your melody isn't nearly as interesting as I thought it would be, but it did help me recall something. After mentioning the noise, they said that they confirmed the sound hadn't been made out of Zwillingstürme. It's as if you say, and there is information, the cacophony. Then, if someone was intentionally creating the noise at these concerts, then it's very possible that they were trying to disseminate some kind of information. The victims were all related to Stormland too. He postulated the Witch King's remnants wanted to keep a certain group of people from getting information about Stormland out. And it's very likely they succeeded. There is no telling what the information is about specifically, but a terrifying guess has formed in my mind. Can I do one more? Yes, I can do one more! Okay. Micha! Momentary thoughts. Micha had arrived before me and he ran into remnants of the Witch King, who were infiltrating the room to look for something. After a confrontation, the remnants managed to escape. Fortunately, Misha was unhurt. It has been 3 days since I started working with Micha. Both of our investigations have stalled. Today, out of nowhere, I heard from him that he found the room where one of the concert victims had resided. I immediately made my way there. Do you remember what happened? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. You should rest first. I appreciate your concern, but I'm not the sort of person who would be so easily frightened just by running to some remnants. Here's what happens. I pushed the door open, and the group of them rummaging through the boxes and shelves all looked at me before flinging all kinds of arts and evil melodies at me. Anyway, after the confrontation, they all got away. Made light of the events that transpired, and he's completely omitted his own actions. His descriptions are not enough for me to go on. Okay. Is that all? Did you find anything else? Like, what were they looking for? Or would you be able to elaborate more on what happened? I searched the entire room after they left. Aside from daily necessities, I found only a broken piano and a few leaves of sheet music that you can buy just about anywhere. Nothing special there. Even if there were, they must have taken it away. Given your skills, couldn't you have investigated that for yourself? Evidently, he isn't very willing to discuss what he did at the time. The room shows no signs of intense battle. To be frank, in order to investigate, I must first understand the emotions of my target and the intentions behind their actions. From the looks of it, there wasn't much of a fight here, and your tuba appears to be in fair shape. Alright, I understand. I'll tell you. When I came in, 2 of the remnants inside the house have spotted me, and they both had weapons. I'm more used to dealing with arts than blades. That's why I went with the most reliable strategy and immediately left and pretended to call for the gendarmerie. By the time I came back, they were all gone. Is that detailed enough to satisfy you? Well, that's fair. You're also just a kid. Don't be too hard on yourself. At the time of the incident, to gather information, the target arrived in the room and chose to temporarily withdraw when he encountered the Witch King's remnants. Select a new tune. Fear? Whoa! First time, okay. And the music of the heart sounds resonating with the heartstrings of the subject and bringing back memories. Matched. The melody shows that the moment you pushed the door open, the remnants were not searching aimlessly. They were checking the piano! Ah, my bad, I missed that. Judging from its condition, it wasn't torn apart recklessly. It was disassembled with a goal in mind. And here it is. There's a small hole here. This shape, do you still have the arts device you mentioned? So it really is the key. Remnants, Hochburg, Stormland. Murder! Grimnat was telling the truth! In the secret compartment of the piano, we found a music sheet and the cipher used to decode the notes. There's a secret message they were trying to transmit. The decoded information left me startled. When I heard the envoy mention the Kaiserin's name, I immediately turned around, only for him to be nowhere to be seen. What? Oh, it's a guard. Hello, Geshat's. Oh, the Geshat's watcher. I almost forgot about him. I presented all the information I had to the Geshat's watcher. He stood solemnly like a statue. I couldn't imagine the look on his face under that golden helmet. Micha and I uncovered the message within the noise, but the truth before us was far more terrifying than I previously imagined. The Witch King's remnants had conspired to assassinate the core first of Stormland. The Hochburg's informant wanted to send the information back, only to be caught in a premeditated attack. The Kaiserinnen Fest is occurring soon. Nathaniel must avoid this crisis at all costs. I decided to make my way to the Gesat's palace and submit all the information I have gathered. That is all the information we currently have. If there is anything else you need, I will do my best to work with you. My apologies, but given the urgency, Stormland is already at risk. And the Kaiserinnen definitely won't just sit by and watch. I'm hoping you will climb the Twin Spires as soon as possible. Thank you kindly for your investigation. We have already sent troops to Stormland. It is our responsibility to stop the Remnants' conspiracy at all costs. However, I cannot divulge any further information. His tone did not change in any way, as though he had been expecting this for a long time. However, just as I was preparing to leave, a minor detail in his wording suddenly seized me. Which phrase? You take me for my investigation, but not once did I mention this was an investigation I personally carried out on my own. How did you learn what I was doing, or did you? Your hunch is correct. We were the ones who commissioned your investigations. Das Kaiserinnenfest is approaching. An investigation by the Gesat's Watcher in broad daylight would only cause panic among the citizenry. As such, we needed someone capable to help us investigate in the shadows to verify the whole story. You did a commendable job. The infiltrating spy, a quiet blessing, the envoy who had cooperated out of kindness, quote unquote, even the Gesat's watcher. All these scenes flash across my mind. Suddenly I realized that perhaps they'd all known of the situation since long ago, but why did almost none of them try to stop it? I would like to know, do the Kaiserinnen know this? As a Gesat's watcher, may I take your words to mean that you doubt Leitanian's will? Myself at the time was filled with anger at their indifference. And also sadness, as my efforts could have been for nothing. What was it that I truly wanted? Anger, annoyance, vigilance, fearlessness, resentment. Oh, indignation! Oh, okay. Twice is the charm. No, never doubt you. I merely want a concrete response. By thwarting the Remnant's conspiracy, there will be no more innocent lives lost, and we will still be able to welcome Leitanian's rebirth at the time. All the same, won't we? The Goldenest Gesats on high act in accordance with the Kaiserinnen's will, and we serve Leitanian. Therefore, yes, that is Das Kaiserinnenfest will be absolutely safe. At the time of the performance on the Twin Spires, the masses will all bask in Leitanian's glory. I left the palace. This concludes my investigation. Oh gosh, I was so pissed. Okay. Oh, there's so much. Oh, there's so much. He looks surprisingly calm in the gendarmerie interrogation room. Okay. Helmut is a skilled sculptor who made statues for Daskaya Serinin Fest at Luton Shop's industrial area. He was seen acting abnormally at the scene of the concert, crying out loudly, and was arrested by the gendarmerie on suspicion of public disturbance. It was later found out that he had no employment permit, adding to the suspicion surrounding him. Helmut, I have a few questions. What were you doing at the time of the incident? I was looking along the road for my lost chisel, trying to find it before the concert ended. After I heard the dissonance, the gendarmerie appeared, saying that I looked suspicious and that they were taking me in for questioning. There was no change in his expression. He came from a family of sculptors and his grandfather was a guest at the spires, but the family went to decline after being rejected by high society due to their commoner status following the descendants of twin empresses. Ugh. Looks like you could have cleared your suspicion by explaining yourself. What happened? They asked me why I lost. I described my chisel adorned with garnet and obsidian, passed down to me by my father. They said someone like me couldn't possibly possess such an object, and that they were taking me away. Wow! What the fuck? Okay. It was an heirloom. What the fuck? He gave a meek laugh. Oh my god! Look at this grammar mistake over here. My gosh. This is supposed to be a noun, not a verb. Why is there a ed? Why is it in the past tense? Okay. Yeah. I guess oversight then. He gave a meek laugh and bowed his head. I realized that he was not so much calm as a simply numb. Yeah, he's kinda numb because of the discrimination and societal gaps. Why did you cry? Did something happen? No, there was no confrontation. Nothing. I just saw the growing crowd and realized that I might never see my chisel again. If I can't work, I won't get paid, which means I couldn't buy some presents. I started crying, and the gendarmerie arrested me. The subject was looking for his lost chisel at the time of the incident and cried when he realized he could not find it. I guess worldly things in sorrow. To go for grief. Yep. Mitch. The melody reveals that you had nothing to do with the noise. I sympathize with what happened to you. I'm sorry that you couldn't find what was lost. My chisel was a gift from a noble to my grandfather. It was the best in town. When the city was renamed Zwillingstürme, my father was kicked out of the spires and I was ejected by the atelier. I had to work in the shadows, like some kind of pest or vermin. I don't understand why. I secured Helmut's release, but he was a broken man. No useful information was garnered from him, and the line of investigation was closed. He slaps the table vigorously, his features compressing in rage, almost as if flames were ready to burst from his eyes. This happened right as his wife walked into the house. Aaron Land is a noble's Zwillingstürme. At the time of the incident, he was seen holding hands with a female companion. Oh, I think this is the one with the teacher. His daughter's teacher. He was dating his daughter's teacher. Okay, I'm going to clear a good name. Can you please tell us what you're doing at that? Of course, I'm warning him now, but you know, it's not their noble. They're freshman. You know, the second one is busy graphic. So is there anything else? Yup, this is the cheating guy. Yeah, I take it, teacher. Mm, I think it was pleasure, but worldly things. No, sorry. I meant worldly things. Oh. Oh, would you look at that? I've already sold out everything. Okay, so let's continue with the third. The most famous black key etude. However, performing it is extremely difficult. The melody often seeming like it's tripping over itself. Let's go with the story. I'm not going to voice act anymore, so we're just going to read through this. Maybe I'm just going to react, make a few comments and stuff. Yeah. Okay, we're back to these two guys. Why is he so Tsun? He's so Tsun, this guy. Oh my god, he really just wants to die. Bruh! Bruh! Is this guy an Empress voice too? That's why he's related to Bicha? Who is that old fart? I never really read through Ebenholz's event story, so I didn't know if Blessing appeared there or not at the end. Like I only got like half. I only got into it like halfway. I never saw it through the end. So I don't know who this evil fart is. I guess he was talking about his father. Ah, the Witch King! He doesn't want to be seen as the next Witch King, I guess, as the heir of him. The Lich! Are the arts ready? What melody? The melody of the Witch King? And I guess melody is the melody in Litanyo is literally similar to Souls. Oh my god, it's like a little brat. He doesn't want to acknowledge his father. Hey, don't talk to him like that. He did his best. Yeah, he really is a cranky old man. What the hell? I thought they were working with Grim. I thought they were working with Grim Act. Why are the Empress's voices excluded here? Also, the guest hatch watcher. Okay, we're back to Federico and Micha. And he went. He went anyways, even though he said that there's nothing you could find there. Huh? Oh, oh, right. Viviana's looking for them. This young wolf boy and this Sancta with a gun because they were last seen in a Loris Bourdain's crime scene. They were the last ones out. Oh my god. So they think that Micha and Federico are the suspects, even though they're more like witnesses. Explain your actions. Oh, oh, so she already knows that Misha is a spy. Okay, still Viviana. No, is that the enemy of the Empresses? He's literally the Empress's he's literally doing favors for the Empress, Grim Act. Oh, so I guess Siracusa was uh originally part of Leitania and then they broke away during the early years of the Witch King's reign, I'm guessing. Stop. Oh no, they're getting surrounded by the gendarmerie, I think. I guess these are the paintings from the earlier cutscenes. Oh, Frau Seaman is a Minoan. That's fair, yeah. Viviana, sorry, but I need to take this painting away. Your mother's gone. I have someone clear out the room. I couldn't possibly leave you here with no one to take care of you. Someone will be here to take you away soon. Don't cry. You'll make new friends out there. There will be people who love you, even without Muti and Bati. You'll see the marigolds with your own eyes. See for me if they're blooming in the painting. Victoria? Ernst's condition deteriorated rapidly. Even the best healers in the twin Even the best healers the twins could find couldn't save his life. When I first came here, I thought I was going to be a poet. I certainly hope she'll come with me, but I won't force her. She's talented. She could become a great painter under Frau Siemens' tutelage. I'm guessing Ernst is Vivian's father, and Lucinda is her mother, which is why I can't lie to her. No longer the carefree youngest son of the Hochbergs. From this day forth, my life belongs to Sturmland and to Hochberg, not to myself. Nobles will have a whole gaggle of young ladies line up, all vying to be my wife. I won't be able to promise her anything, even if she were willing to come. If we lose the power struggle, she could end her days as a handmaiden in our spire. At the very least, I now know that the name of our fate isn't the Witch King. Oh, wait. I think Werner is Viviana's father. So who is Ernst? I don't remember Ernst and Lucinda. Oh, Werner. Who is Werner? Who is Lucinda? And who is Ernst? I'm not following the names here. Oh, okay. Ernest and Werner were brothers. And they were both from House Hochberg, who was supposed to serve for Stormland. Oh, and yeah, Lucinia is her mother, Werner's wife. Did did her father marry another woman because he couldn't wait for Lucinda? Those 10 minutes. Oh no, she's next. Oh, okay, she overheard them. It's really interesting when they use arts like this. I wonder how if this part of the story ever gets animated. I wonder how they're going to interpret this visually. Because right now they're just describing it word per word. But I want to see it visually. It'll be very very interesting to see that. Oh, that's a that's Eben Holes or someone Eben Holes is related to. Oh, how's Sortica again? He has no head. Why? You mean the Empress? Liselot? Herself? Oh, they're in Ludwig's Universitat. Okay. Ah, oh, he was. Is it the painting? Gerhard! Oh, right! They met at the forest park. Oh, okay. So he works with House Ortica, and he was literally he was cleaning up in the painting of Frau Seaman. Forest Park, yeah. Oh, he thought that guy too. Oh, okay. I've already done the end part. Yes, it's Thursday. Okay, the story's picking up. Ah, I'm actually quite sleepy right now, and I want to end the stream early. Oh, why'd you look at that? It's just it just gotten over the 3 hour mark. I guess that should be fine, right?
ドクター、疲れた。
ここではコードネームで呼び合うの？面倒ね。
Oh, why are you here? Alright, I got him as an example. For my ships! Ah.
Doctor, 疲れた。
Tomorrow, I wanna start my stream tomorrow early, if I can. So I can get through these. So we're finally here and we still have a lot to go! Oh my god! 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's even 2 cutscenes left. Zwillingstürme. I might end stream for now, and then I will try to start stream earlier, to start my stream earlier for tomorrow. Alright, do I have blessing? Yeah, I have him on full potential. How many do I have right now? For pulls, I have 12. Okay, I have 12 cards. 12 yellow cards. That's fair. Oh, I still have some left. To be fair, I haven't really done some stages. All right, let's read these. Let's try until a letter from Ortega Grafschaft. So, Bedunian's collapse. In my 38th year as a concertmaster of the Bedunian City Orchestra, I was invited to play atop a spire at dusk. It was my first time looking over all of Bedunian. When the last rays of sunlight passed over the top of the spire and the twin moons were unveiled, their Weiner, or Turm, ushered in the night with a clear, distant tune. From Weinshof, on the outskirts of Doppelhornershof in the inner city, the bells rang along the streets, and whenever they resounded, singing followed. I imagined the symphony of the city unfolding before my eyes. The streets were the staves, The scattered buildings were short notes, and the towering spires the long notes, all intertwining into a wonderful melody that was Bedouinian. I was immersed in it. I attempted to pluck my strings to join the performance, but in the next moment, I felt as if I was struck by lightning. I had no way of playing that melody. I did not deserve to touch a single note. This imperishable, exalted, glorious melody belongs to only a single person. The bells led countless musical notes past countless spires until they land atop the spire of Genesis. Then everything falls silent, waiting with bowed heads. I seemed to hear a whisper coming from within the spire. The bell rang again. The 22 district blocks sound in unison. From the top of the spire, the convergent melody rushed skyward, ever so majestic, yet as light as a stone skipping upon the surface of a lake. Waves cascaded through the night city, and the stars shimmered. Imagination has become reality. Rejoice! This is truly a miracle unique to Leitanian. Okay. The entire land must hear it too. Forgive me, Leitanian. I recognize this miracle far, far too late. In the years that followed, the twin spires rose from the ruins of the previous one, proclaiming that they were the new masters of this ancient country, and setting their sights on the city beneath them. Since 1079, I have been revisiting this ode to Vedunian, which, like the city itself, has lost its original name. Today, on the first day of 1092, as the evening bell tolls, I complete the last line of the 22nd movement. At the same time, I seem to hear a sigh, tremors of the last note of Bedouinian falling to the ground. The Kaiserinen's reconstruction of the capital is complete, and the king's melodies have been completely erased. The city's staves and ledgers are silent, waiting for the twin spires to play a new chapter. As my pen hits paper, the clear light from the twin moons shine through my window, illuminating the wet ink on my score. I've made up my mind to name this revised suite Zwillingstürme's Morgendamerung. I have no way of knowing what fate this new melody will play. Alas, Bedouinian, how I long to hear you once more in my dreams. Blessings morning. Okay. We stood for a long time beneath the dusklight. Oh, that's a nice name, dusklight. Staring at the empty, barren flower bed. The Ludwig Meister spire, which had stood for over 3 centuries, loomed in all its majesty. It cast the longest shadow beneath the dusky sky, like a giant tree in the deep forest, obscuring the land beneath its feet. The distant bell tolls, and after your classes draw to an end. For long, one's ears are filled with the sounds of footsteps, the rustling of clothes, the crackling of arts devices, and the medley of conversations. I'll just drink for a bit, hydrate. my throat's kinda dry. Hydrate, guys. From introductory structural systems to the most specialized esoteric discourse in aesthesia, free and open discussions on the Eugenium arts emerge one after the other. Occasionally, glowing balls of arts roll down the steps, and musical records zip by overheard at low altitudes. A few students dodge the records and continue to talk about pop music and the new plays in underground theaters, expressing their partiality towards the love and hate of Syracuse's new plate. Two people in noble attire argue in hushed voices over what kind of posture Gray's fourth gang should take towards the twin spires, not knowing that their robes have been ignited with arts. Ugh. A slovenly-looking scholar mutters to himself before a star chart printed by Trimounts, periodically looking towards the sky while waiting for nightfall. Nobody mentions him, just as nobody discusses the soon-to-be renovated flower bed. The only person to cast a sideways glance in this direction quickly turns away once more. He gives their strains on his body a tug. His tense muscles aching to a stone tablet. This flower bed beneath the Meister Spire was built the year 1766. At the time, the spire's owner was Kurfürst Ludwig, who was also known as a scholar. That year, the spire welcomed its very first batch of students from common backgrounds. Despite the staunch opposition and ridicule of the nobles, the spire nevertheless opened its doors to them. Before ascending the spire, a scholar by the name of Hoffman secretly scattered a bag of seeds from his hometown into the flower bed, and before long it was teeming with nameless white flowers. Over the years, it became a tradition for all scholars of common birth to sow the seeds of their hometown in this flower bed. Did you know? Before the War of the Four Emperors, the flowers here blossomed just like the sky above a grand event. I wish I could see it in my own eyes. Today, nobody except the scholars deeply involved with the history of Aingewade remember this past event. After listening to the exposition, he squats down in front of the flower bed without a word. Presses his hand to the soil and starts to grope around. After a while, he pinches out a small hard object from the ground. A tiny seed. Let's go, Professor Gerhardt. I won't want to get chewed out too much today, he says as he turns around, holding the seed in hand. Letter from Urtica Graf Shaft. To the respectable old blockhead, please pardon my sudden interruption. You may not remember me, but my name is Melanie. Like Nani Dura, I was formerly a maid of Graf Urtica. I am here to pass on some tragic news. Nani Dura passed away 3 days ago at night, due to her condition taking a turn for the worse. The Urtican countryside was particularly cold this year, and she was ultimately unable to endure the fall season. The silver lining is, at least, she passed without much suffering. No funeral was held for her. What? Okay. Due to the current situation in the Urtica territory, no cemetery was willing to take an unidentified maid. I sought assistance from the Graf Spire, but Graf Urtica himself has not returned there in quite some time, and his rebellious servants would rather hoard the Spire's treasures for themselves than give their former companions the treatment they deserve. Fortunately, the local mayor family learned of the situation and came to our aid, and I was able to give her a proper burial in the southern barrens. The foul beasts and wild roses will be her company there, and she will not be alone. A kind-hearted old gentleman from Zwillingstürme, despite us never having met before, was still willing to help a commoner from Urtica. To this day, I still can't believe that we would be graced by such good fortune. Back when she was alive, Nana used to always talk about you. Bread, new clothes, and coin to keep our shack repaired. Right. You gave us these gifts so that they wouldn't freeze to death in the streets. You must be a noble soul full of pure virtue. There is nothing I can offer you but my sincerest gratitude. As I pen this letter to you, I still have not gotten over my grief. But I've nevertheless made up my mind that I want to tell you my decision. You no longer need to send us any funding in the future. The mayors share your virtuous heart and work tirelessly for the people of Urtica. With their help, I found a new job picking fruit for a winery. Difficult work, to be sure, but one that lets me be self-reliant. In the past, you've always encouraged us through your letters. Don't give up hope on living. The dawn will eventually come. I swear to always keep your words on my mind. Continue to persevere, and look forward to a brighter tomorrow. Finally, I have some minor, though improper requests. If you happen to stop by Urtica one day, would you please visit the tomb of Nani Dura? Actually, it would be even better if we could meet again. This has been our long cherished wish. May you be well in Zwillingstürme, and be blessed by the glory of the Twin Spires. Melanie. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow I will be streaming again Arknights, and I will do my best to complete the story before the event ends in 2 days. Sorry I wasn't able to stream for the past few days because of my internet, and I really wanted to fix my internet first before I started streaming again. And now that it's fixed, I'm streaming again, and now we're doing the story of this event. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I promise I will try to stream early so we can go through the stories more, because right now, even though I usually end my stream at around the 4 or 5 hour mark, I'm really sleepy right now. And yeah. Besides, tomorrow is Friday. I can start my stream if I can get home early on time. I can start my stream early. Maybe I'll eat on the way. I'll eat my dinner on the way so we can start this. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping me company as always. And yeah, your company is very, very much appreciated. See you next stream. Tomorrow, I swear tomorrow. Earlier than right now. than my usual streaming schedule. And yeah. From me, from where I am, to you. For now. Good night.